Hello, everybody, and welcome to the newest indoor adventure in Tyrant Security, Hide and Seek, Part 2. Today is January 7th, 2021, and you are loved. And that is a very important thing that we like to remind each and every single one of our viewers and listeners at the beginning of each and every single one of these games. If this is your first time joining us, you can go to youtube.com/indooradventures to check up on all of the VODs of each of the games that we have played up until this point, or you can go towards anywhere audio casts are made available for free. You can find us there under the same moniker. And speaking of things that are being made available for free, if you go to patreon.com/indooradventures, you can check up on our after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from each other, but also from the community. So if you have any questions for myself or any of these other fine folk, the easiest way to do that is to either join us on Discord or just ask your questions in the Twitch chat to the side. We will do our best to respond in kind. The Discord link, of course, is in the Twitch chat or in the link down below. But if you already support us on Twitch, you already support us on YouTube, podcasts, all of those other fine places, and you're thinking to yourself, where can I go to help support this wonderful show? Well, hey, guess what, buddy? We got you covered. And by that, I mean quite literally, in fact, because you can go to indooradventure.redbubble.com. We got t-shirts, we got posters, we got mugs, we got crop tops, throw pillows, clocks, shower curtains, aprons, and most importantly, guess what? We also have Tia masks. GB's wearing one right now with the symbol of Tiamat upon it, designed by our very own Cyberwolf 1201, where all of the proceeds from those masks end up going towards Doctors Without Borders. So if you would like to help support a good cause or help support the show, you can go once again to indooradventure, no S at the end, .redbubble.com. But that is it for my spiel. So, hey, Satan, who you playing today?
Hi, I'm Satan, and I'll be playing Vi, the Drow Bard, and a horse person in this campaign.
Hey everybody, I'm Ethan. I'm playing Alellen. I'm back. And I'm a wizard and artificer and also an occultant. So if you have any questions about how much your life is worth, Alellen's the one to ask. It's not a lot.
Greybeard of Greybeard's Tavern, and today I'll be playing Hu'Gurk, the Bugbear Gloomstalker Ranger, who is also our cartographer.
And I am the Indoor Adventurer, and tonight I'm going to be playing as Connie Adler, Tiefling War Cleric and Local Decisionist. She uses she, her.
And I am Arjan Yodars, CFO and founder of Tyrant Security. I'm also Cyberwolf 1 of Let's Talk About It and Jerome TV, but today I'm Connor. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm going to run a game of Dungeons & Dragons for my friends. So last time we left off, the party seeking the final unclaimed piece of the super powerful artifact, the Orrerry of the Wanderer, roll credits, descended into the vaults of Sir Chelier, wearing different bodies, and made their way into the vaults of Sir Chelier amidst a wedding party to find that the piece of the artifact that they were looking for there wasn't actually real. It was a projection. The real artifact being in the inventory, in the Lottie has it. Lottie the wizard has it, and she's in fortune. So, haha, fuck y'all. You made it back into your own bodies and were quickly teleported back to the Tyrant Security franchise in Iliard's Rest. It's been a minute, but I'm gonna jump back on it. And that is where we're gonna pick up as in a crackle of blue electricity, Zulan and the four of you reappear within the entryway of the Tyrant Security franchise. The place is fairly empty. You see, you hear a few people in a back room. The voices of Suyin and Macklin, as well as your White Abishai Majordomo, Wyatt. But you are here. The blue Abishai, Zulan, does a half bow and just without being dismissed, just walks out the door.
It was nice meeting you. Connie just waves at
Charmer.
him.
Well, that was a bit of a waste of time.
I don't think so. Connie
Did
just
you
like
all have? Did you all have
We're not
fun being
talking
dwarves?
about that, Connie.
it was such a beautiful moment, Alellen. You should have been there. Vi said such sweet things to me, even though I wasn't myself.
It's, yes, right.
If I had to guess, I would say it was because you weren't yourself. Not even though.
No.
We weren't really ourselves then. We're other people, so it's fine, really.
And my voice was even deeper than normal.
Yeah, you sound like a chain smoker, dear.
Well, that all sounds very exciting.
Yes, I'm sure you would have loved it. But point is, we don't have the final piece. But apparently we know who has it. Well, you do. Who's Lottie?
There's a wizard in a town called Fortune. And that's about as far as I got on that one.
Should be as far as Hu'Gurk's recon should have told you.
So I think, honestly, like, we have solved tougher cases with less information than that.
That's
fair.
quite true.
Yeah. What kind of town is Fortune? Sounds optimistic.
I'm not from really around here, so I would not be able to tell you.
Yes. Me either.
Hu'Gurk, what kind of town is Fortune?
Would Hu'Gurk know?
It's the only one from around
Make
here.
a history check.
All right. You know, because I got -2 in that.
Mm-hmm.
Pachow. Hey now. That's a 12.
Tell me, has Hu'Gurk been around like the area around Sir Shellier before?
Ooh. Nope, he must not know. I'll just say he might know what direction it is in, but that's probably it.
I don't think you do.
Alright.
There's a reason for that. It is not a town that you have heard of before.
I have no idea.
Should probably figure that out. I mean, if for no other reason than to dress appropriately, right?
Oh, yeah, like if it's like up in the mountains, then we want to like make sure to bundle up, get all nice and cozy.
Sounds kind of piratey, honestly.
Possibly. But we might. Maybe our boss will know. Let us know.
Well, someone's got to write papers down about what we saw, right? About what happened?
Yes, I believe we have to report back.
Paperwork.
Yes, I thought you would enjoy that.
I can handle paperwork. Allen's
thank
gonna go
goodness.
do paperwork. In his room, in his stark room with filing cabinets and
It's his
fluorescent
hobby.
lights, even though those don't exist. Magically
Sure they do.
fluorescent buzzing lights.
Yeah. They're straight from the hells.
Yeah.
Yep.
If Supernatural has taught me anything,
Yeah.
They're Beelzebulbs.
you have inspiration?
Yeah.
Okay, then. All right, so Alellen's going to his room. What are the rest of you doing?
Connie.
Eating.
Yeah, because it's towards the end of the day, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think Connie would probably join Hu'Gurk in a meal. Let's hang out
Right.
with the big fella.
But it's gonna be in her room. She wants to spend some time to herself.
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel like Connie and Hu'Gurk, like, they're both upset that they got to like phantom eat food all day. Like they ate so much, and then as soon as we popped back into our regular bodies, like it was just what we had for breakfast. I got the rumblies like mad.
Tummy growls.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that tummy growl was lady, and it spooked me a little bit. I just gotta be honest.
Yeah, I think Connie will probably like just talk to Hu'Gurk about like what it was like working for the Keshin. Not a lot of people seem to really appreciate them, but like the two of them don't really have a whole lot to like talk about. So Connie's just like, so what was your previous employer like?
So, like, I would sit around and I would watch kobolds and or watch goblins who would then push around kobolds. And then if a goblin, kobold, or a person like ran away, I would go get them and bring them back.
Oh, you were like an acquisitionist. That's really cool, actually. This is, I'm not going to lie, I think I may have said this before, this is my first job I've ever really had. I'm still really excited, but like there is part of me that like worries I don't want to mess up on any of the jobs I want to do as well as I possibly can, because maybe that will incentivize Mr. Arjan to like keep us around longer. Because this is a pretty good gig. I got paid in a room. We got money. People just keep throwing magic stuff at me, and like that's really cool. I'm planning on giving the big old whirligig to Grandpa once all this is said and done, and he seems really excited with it. Everybody seems like everybody wants me to be here.
And Hu'Gurk is probably sitting there still in like the flamethrower acid gun rig, and he'll take raise up the dust crusher. It's a flaming ring around the magic hammer. He's like, yeah, there's been some good stuff. It's kind of cool. Why do I feel like you were like my sister?
I think. Wait, which one were you at the wedding? I was the bride. And then Vi was my husband.
Yeah.
Well, the bride's husband, not my husband. That'd be, I'm saving myself for someone special, don't you know?
Some handsome devil.
What about you? Who are you?
I don't know. I had a deep voice, and I was pretty stealthy. I think maybe I was your sister. And he like reaches across and pats you on the head.
I don't know if I had. I thought I had cousins.
Was I a cousin?
I don't know. Stuff gets kind of foggy.
Kirk has like a 6 intelligence, man.
Yeah, as long as you're like close and familial, that's a bro.
Yep.
It's a bro or a sis.
Yep.
It's like a Facebook level of association. Like, yep, they're my brother. I clicked a box.
It gets a little befuddled with the whole, identity theft.
Yeah, especially for Hu'Gurk, identity theft twice over.
I know, that's what I mean. So, all right.
Well, I feel like you're like a brother to me, so.
Sweet. All right.
Now, Hu'Gurk,
I might have brothers and sisters.
Hu'Gurk, I got a question for you.
Sure.
Have you ever been dancing before?
Yeah. Have you ever been dancing?
Oh my god, all the time. I love dancing. Normally
cool.
it's just like in my room and I'm like punch dancing. Did you know that you can actually dance to help get yourself fit in shape?
That doesn't sound right.
It's called like Zumba or something. I heard about it. I've never done it myself and I'm a little nervous to try it. You want to go try some Zumba? Like, I think it's called like jazzercise. I don't know.
That doesn't sound okay. But we get to punch dance, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Right. I feel like after they eat, just like Connie brings them back to the room. She got a speaker. So Vi, you're probably like trying to rest and you just hear like the neighbors just like boom, boom.
And Hu'Gurk's like punching the ceiling.
Maya's dramatically like laying on her bed, like with one of those really fancy robes and a bedazzled cup. She's like, oh, and then out of the window it's just rave lights.
I want to go back to Alellen because I'm very curious about what your paperwork is actually going to report.
Oh, just everything that happened.
You weren't even there.
I know. It's a lot of we were gonna get the piece, but it was a hologram.
Give me an I want to say an intelligence check,
Okay.
just to see how much of the actual events you're able to put together in an actual coherent report.
18.
Okay, that's good.
I'm smart.
You can fill in all the gaps. So yeah,
Oh, and it's pristine too. There's like the staple is at like a perfect 45-degree angle. It's all like
you're one of those
freshly
people.
pressed. Yeah, it's all freshly pressed. It's in a nice like carrying case. It's in like a cover and then also in a case to carry it. Like,
Okay.
Where
do you send it?
To Arjan.
Within the office. Do you
I would hand that to Wyatt.
Yeah, so Wyatt takes it. All right. So what are y'all gonna do now?
Well, we need to go to a town called Fortune to find a wizard named Lottie, who I believe has the actual thing we were looking for. That's also in the paperwork.
All right. Well, I mean, I'll send it back to head office.
Do you know anything about Fortune?
Can't say I ever heard of it.
Okay. Do you know anybody who would know?
I mean, I can ask around. Maybe one of the other after I know about it, or one of the other offices that's still around. I'll ask around.
All right. I'll do some research of my own.
Of course. And he slumps off to deliver the information.
I think I can use a thing to cast a spell that might be helpful. I think it might be my abacus thing. I'm gonna double check on that.
You have the abacus. I think you also have the astrolabe.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out the astromancy archive is a thing. No, that's not it. It's I think it's the occultant abacus. I can cast augury, but I think no, somebody has to die for that. Okay. I don't think anybody's dead.
Excuse me?
Okay.
But if I see any dead bodies, I'm totally gonna cast augury.
Okay.
Where are our hit jackals?
You'll have a couple of days, just to yourselves before there's any real movement through head office or anything else. What would you like to do over the next couple of days?
Oh, I think Alellen personally is working on like putting the finishing touches on his homunculus, which is the little, I think it was a grung, maybe was the creature it's like modeled after. It was some Ravnica creature. It's got like brass knuckles and
thrall.
like, stuff. A thrall, that's what it is.
Yep.
The grung's like the
Grung's a little
Grung's
frog
a
things,
little
boy.
right? Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, it was a thrall with like brass knuckles and like probably like a tiny little grill. Like I'm just going off the image in the book, and they looked very rough and tumble. So putting the finishing touches on that, and then doing some research if there's like a library or something. I don't know. That doesn't seem like Iliard's Rest would have a library, but
Iliard's Rest, probably not. If you want to like order some books through one of the shops, you could definitely try to. That would not be cheap. But
I think Alellen's going to go talk to that reporter lady.
who I totally named.
Yep.
What was her name?
Because if anybody knows something, it's got to be her.
No, that just says spaghetti.
It was a joke.
Yeah, it was a joke name. Oh god, this is what happens when we don't play in multiple months.
All I remember his description was like Piper from Fallout or something
Like
like,
Piper from
that.
Fallout form.
I might have it in my notes. Sometimes I take notes.
Sometimes.
I only take notes from the money.
My character has 6 intelligence. I take no notes with this guy.
It's so funny. Like in games on High Shelf, there's this beloved community member who watches like everything. And anytime we're like, what was that person's name? Like 2 seconds later, Giagos is in the chat with like, oh, it was this. I'm like, dude, we don't remember. We played the game. He's like,
Meg Larkin.
Meg Larkin.
Meg Larkin.
Okay, yes.
The joke was malarkey.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Alellen
Meg
will
is-
go see Ms. Larkin.
Meg is still around. Oh, it's been a minute since I've seen you. What can I do for you?
I am interested in learning more about a town that I don't. How far is it away from here, actually?
Have no idea.
Okay, I don't know. There is a town by the name of Fortune that I would love some information on because I've never heard of it.
Fortune.
It sounds kind of piratey, maybe a little coastal.
Not at all. It's a
Oh.
few days north of here.
Okay, that
on the
does
other
not sound
other
coastal.
side of the caldera. Up in the mountains. Why are you asking about Fortune? Is it
Business?
finished?
Is it finished? I
Is it-
don't know.
A few years ago, the town was supposed to like it was just a new construction opportunity. It was people were moving over there to help build it, but I didn't. All of a sudden, the building just stopped.
Okay. So it's like a resort kind of deal.
Sort of.
Like a building
Just-
investment, like
I mean,
build
just a
your
new village
fun
that
thing
wanted
here.
to pop up in the middle of the mountains, and all of a
Okay.
sudden, all the building contracts just stopped.
Oh. Okay. Well, that's some good information.
Or not all of a sudden, but like every now and then, just one of the contracts would suddenly just they would just one at a time just default. It's I'm not sure why on earth you would be asking about there.
Well, something we need is there, so apparently that's where we're going.
Oh.
I don't know much more about it than that.
And I think that's about where my information ends. So
Okay.
anything else that I can do for you? Like what's this thing that you need?
I believe that is confidential information. I think I signed an NDA on that, so I unfortunately cannot speak on it. But thank you for your time. This has been very helpful, very
All right.
illuminating.
You'll have to fill me in on these mysteries sometime, you know.
Sure, and NDAs have expiration dates. I'm sure. Maybe you'll even still be alive when it does.
Good day, Alellen.
Yep. And then that's he's content with that. That's about as much research as he's willing to put into it. And he's like, okay, well, seems like it's weird.
Anybody else have anything that they want to accomplish?
I mean, Zumba, duh.
Yeah, we got to get in shape. I think over the next set of days, Connie would end up writing to her grandpa and just kind of like let him know everything that's been going on with her, like letting him know like, oh, we're only a few pieces away from finishing the whirly gig. We got to go to this small town called Fortune. I've never heard of it before, but it sounds really nice. I think you'd really like it. Did you like the package of Vi's that we ended up sending you? We haven't heard anything back about it, and she's just a little curious. Vi has not made any mention about this to Connie, but Connie doesn't want to sound like she's prying. So, just like respectfully asking how her grandpa liked these new drawings of her friend. And I think a lot of it is just like, and she's also going around to check out the local talent because we have I was going to say a theater set up. That's not the right word. A stage. We have a stage set up, a venue set up. So like, got to go around, listen to local acts, see if any of them would be willing to possibly play at our venue, that sort of thing. Like, scope out the local talent.
Roll a charisma investigation check.
Okay.
Could I help if I was with her?
Yes.
Because I feel like
Or-
Vi would go with Connie.
Oh, thank God.
Just-
Or it's a
Scout the
charisma
talent.
check. If you wanted to, you could do it instead of Connie.
I do have +4 charisma.
Do it.
Okay.
Connie's-
Just a straight charisma?
Connie
Charisma
likes
plus
music.
investigation if you're
Okay.
proficient in it. If
I
you're not-
am
if
half
you're not-
proficient in everything. So
Okay, so charisma, half proficiency.
Charisma. Okay. Let's roll. 23.
23. There are you find two bits of talent within town. One is just this girl on a lute outside the coffee shop,
Mm-hmm.
who is currently playing the Wall of Wonders whenever you walk up.
That's one of
And
my
since-
favorites.
And seems to have done that 6 times in a row.
Of course, it's one of Connie's favorites.
Describe the second one.
The second one. What about a sea elf that plays the cello? I don't know.
Okay.
It's an instrument in D&D.
That plays the what? Cello?
The cello.
The cello.
Yeah.
It is a
It's made to look like a shell.
Okay.
Just to let you know, yeah. A sea elf with a cello. Heath's face.
trying to think which one Connie would like more. I mean, Wall of Wonders is one of her favorite songs of all time, and the fact that this girl has played it 6 times truly means that she is like playing to Connie's heart.
Yes, Connie, but what else can she play?
Well, it's
Maybe
not about
s-
what she can play right now, it's about what she can learn to play in the future.
Well, it doesn't seem like she can learn to play much if she can only play one song, dear. Take the cello player. They have played quite a variety of songs. And I believe, I will tell you, the cello does lend itself to a lot of different types of music.
Why don't we see if we can get them together and maybe form a little band? Because one of them's playing the cello, so they already got the bass going on pretty much, and then if the other's playing the lute, that means that they got the high notes. One of them knows how to sing. The other, I have not heard a peep from the sea elf. So if we threw them together and got them to work on something, one, Wall of Wonder would sound incredible with the addition of the cello, but two brains are better than one. We could possibly get something going, try and spin it.
That's true. They could perform regularly and we could take cuts from the concerts.
See, now you're thinking about it.
See, well, now that money's involved, as much it's
Exactly.
at the front of my list.
Exactly. You worry about the money. I say we get both of them on board, see if they'll be
Well-
willing to play with each other.
We'll have to see if they sound good together because the money does depend on that, dear.
Okay. I hope they sound good together.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the plan?
Are they that far? Are they in the same area or?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think they're performing in two different spaces.
Let's talk to the Loot girl, to the Wall of Wonders girl.
Okay.
First.
Uh, what do you want to accomplish with this?
See if she's willing to work with somebody else and to play at a venue with them.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. 21.
She would prefer to play on her own. But if you're offering to give her a venue, she'll see how it goes.
All right. If it doesn't work out, we would still love to have you by yourself.
What's your passive insight?
14.
I think that's enough. Yeah, she's desperate for any sort of venue. She's trying to talk. Oh well, I'll see about that. She will absolutely accept.
Okay. We'll see how it works. We'll have to talk to them, but Connie, let's pick a date for them to meet up with us.
Well, if we're doing this on the first day where we have a couple days downtime, just in the next day or two.
We can do the next day. and
Yeah,
we'll
let's
see
do
if
tomorrow.
let's see if the cello player agrees to this.
Okay. If you want to go talk to the cello player, make another persuasion check.
I'll give you some guidance on it.
Okay. That's a D4, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
22.
Oh yeah, she will. She'll accept, and she's actually with your insight, she's looking for other people to perform with. Solo cello can sound good, but accompaniment is always good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not always, but she wants it. So yeah, she will also show up. So the next day, you will be able to see how both of them play together.
Can I see how I play with them? So maybe I can also be playing when I'm in town.
Yeah.
I am a bard.
You gotta have a
Sure,
front
before.
man.
Yeah. I'm the
You know,
face of the group.
it's-
Thank you.
It's wild, but one of my favorite songs is literally a cello and a singer accompanied by a ukulele player who's also a singer. And so the only two instruments are cello and ukulele, surprisingly good together. You wouldn't
Cheryl's really
believe.
good with a lot.
Yeah.
And is the song they play Creep? Because I love Creep on the ukulele. It is the
Oh.
funniest thing ever.
That is wild.
Should I make a performance check with them?
The next day, yeah. Hu'Gurk, is there anything that you want to do?
Yeah, I want to accidentally when no one's around, I'm I'm Zumba dancing in my room, and I knock my map case over, and I want to use my map of the moment power to see if I can come up with a map that's related to our current mission. And on a success, you find a map with prominent landmark.
Okay.
The map has information of the terrain within 1 mile of the landmark.
So
I
that
have-
will require a roll.
Yep. And come on, D&D Beyond. 16.
I think that's a success.
It is 15 DC or better perception check.
Okay. Let me look at your feature. My Chrome just went completely black for a moment.
Cool. Here, I'll
Onyx,
you want
it
me to
says a map with a prominent landmark. The map has information on the natural terrain within 1 mile of the landmark. Once you use it, you cannot use it again until dawn 7. Okay. So your prominent landmark would be the town of Fortune, which is it would be a few days by cart once you clear the giant caldera that sits just north of town. So you're looking at like 2 weeks on cart. For the terrain a mile around the town, you get into like a lot of like craggy area because it's like right up against the western mountains of Illyria. And you see there is a stream that goes through it, but beyond that, once it starts going into the mountains, you're not really seeing a lot.
All right. And when we all get together, Hu'Gurk will have like one of those Hu'Gurk moments where he'll walk in and, he'll be like, guys, I think I found it. Exactly. Yep. Yeah. Be like, yeah.
How strange. It's shaped like a koi fish.
I just thought it was a poster from a restaurant, but it's a map.
Oh, wow.
So you definitely have the town of Fortune.
That's all I really, Hu'Gurk does Hu'Gurk stuff.
Okay. The next day, Connie and Bai, you would be able to check out the talent. And what do you want to do? Just see how they work together?
See how they work together, like just kind of like pitch us their act.
Yeah.
They don't have to have an act together, but like, hey, can you play this song? Like this very easy standard. Like, can you read
Gotta play the
music?
standards.
Can you read music? If not, how good are you at feeling the music?
Mm-hmm.
Because like if you can't read, you gotta know how to jazz it up somehow.
Yeah. Can the Tritons sing? And do any of them know how to play any other instruments?
It's like when you go into a jazz club and they're like, hey, we're going to play this very obscure standard in the key of fuck you. And that's how it works, actually. They do that. They're like,
play this song in the key of fuck.
Yeah, they'll be like, if you play trumpet, they'll be like, oh, we're going to play this one in the key of B, which is the worst thing to play on a trumpet. Just because we can, because we don't like you.
So I just rolled to see what their rapport would be. And so at first, it definitely looks like you are 100% going to run into some creative differences between these two.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as you throw like some music in front of them, they work amazingly together. Like natural 20 amazingly together.
Nice.
Got it.
Vi, would you like to see how you perform with them?
Yes.
Make a performance check.
Not natural, but a 20.
You are quickly able to assert yourself.
As the dominant musician.
Like you're able to create the space for yourself within the group, and you all sound really good together. And on the, because like I'm imagining the stage of the franchise to be like this sort of outer thing, like the stage is like built into the side of the building, but then it's a lot of just like open air with chairs and everything, and then the fence of the franchise. You start to see people like coming around the edges to like figure out what is going on and to like sneak peeks at this performance.
Connie's gonna start being ticket taker for this one.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, if you like what you're hearing, like we got them just starting up. You can find all of your venue needs here at the Green Dragon Inn.
We start seeing we work well together already straight to our first concert.
I don't think we're legally allowed to use Green Dragon Inn.
Oh shit. The Green Dragon branch.
Green Dragon.
Wait, why can't we
branch.
use the Green Dragon Inn?
I think
Wait,
That's the name of a game.
no, that's the Red Dragon Inn.
I thought it was Green Dragon Inn.
No,
Okay.
it's Red Dragon Inn.
Anyway.
we'll
We're
figure
fine.
that out in post.
Green Dragon
It's the
branch
one where
for
you.
now.
It's the one where you get drunk.
Yeah, Connie will basically just hand out like, oh, if you like what you heard, the real performance is gonna be sometime soon. So like, make sure to stop by the venue to hear to hear the talent practice, and like, you know, pay them in a few drinks every once in a while. They really enjoy that.
Right. I think as far as getting them set up, do you like just provide them the franchise as a place to like come and practice
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
start to schedule their shows?
Yeah, it's one of those like work-in museums where you see like the like artists gallery where you see their little like art studio and their art displayed as well,
Yeah. Well,
but for music.
you absolutely set that up. Over the next couple of days, your B team is also going out into the town, turning in jobs. So another stream of revenue is also there. Anything else anybody is trying to accomplish? Because if not, Wyatt is going to go around and try to find you all.
I wanted to check on my students at some point.
Their studies are progressing. I think the last time that you and I talked about their sheets, they did get a couple of extra spells.
Yeah, that sounds right. Have any of them made a payment on their student loans?
No.
Okay. Well, why don't we just be like, that interest isn't going anywhere, fellas. I'm gonna put it plainly to you. I can't do anything about it.
They both look at each other with like a bit of fear.
Hey, but look, you can take it as long as you need to pay it back.
Okay.
As long as you need. That's what the interest rate's for. Hello, it's not the good guy. I just want to make that abundantly clear to everyone.
Wyatt does try to gather you all.
Alone will just kind of have that little smirk on his face, like, yes, plans are coming together.
Did you just commit insurance fraud or something? You look happy.
Oh no, I just made sure that my students were aware of their mounting student loan debt. It's a good day. They might even start paying soon.
Oh. What
Yeah,
if they
the-
die before then?
I mean, I never had the money in the first place, so I could have done
It-
all this for free. This is just insurance.
That doesn't sound like cool at all. And
It's
we
not.
should, we should live in a
It's not
place
good,
where
no.
like everybody gets free school.
We should.
Yes.
I learned that one from Tiamat, actually.
Hmm.
So, yes, Wyatt, wanted to see us.
Yeah, so I did get some movement from head office with the reports that y'all been given, with all the other information that y'all got based off of the attacks on the franchise and everything. Arjan has he knows, like you have impressed upon him the importance of going and getting this artifact, and he's gonna be sending y'all some help getting over to Fortune.
Oh?
It should come in like tomorrow.
Do you know what time? We need to be ready.
No.
Fabulous. Well, I guess we're leaving tomorrow. Connie, make sure you pack a toothbrush just in case.
It's not very often that we have overnight stays places, but I have been packed and ready with my toiletries from day one.
Good. It's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
Exactly.
Hu'Gurk, did you pack extra underwear? Good.
In his head, he's thinking underwear.
And then Alellen, I'm sure you have like a briefcase or something. I don't know.
I have a few pieces of luggage.
Right. Well, I have my little spider purse.
That's it.
Well, it holds much more than what it looks like.
I mean, it's a spider purse. What else do you need?
Oh,
Black
one
dress,
thing-
spider purse, done.
exactly. I will say she would have changed the because we have a adamantine bar worth 5,000 gold pieces, so I'm going to go ahead and have that in actual currency instead of the bar, so that
Yeah.
she would have done that.
Yeah, you can make that exchange fairly quickly.
We have so much money right now; it's great.
You would probably need to do that through your spider purse.
Yeah.
Instead of through anything in town, because nobody in town has 5,000 gold.
Yeah, no, she would have done that with like head office, like change it. Do you have
Does,
ones? Do you have 51s?
Do you think it's gonna be dark in Fortune?
Could be. Nighttime is a thing.
Okay, let me phrase this a different way. Do you think it would be I would need to see at night more, or I would need a jug with endless liquid in it more?
What do you need the liquid for?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking. Do you think we could need that? We can have any liquid.
Can you make it have endless margaritas?
Yes. I
Oh,
can
that's
do that,
amazing.
actually.
That's amazing. I really want that.
It's pretty
Okay.
cool.
How long do you think this trip's gonna take? Because that might be good just for the road. I can change this up every day.
Oh, well, maybe about a day or two, I assume.
Couple
Our
weeks.
Okay.
trips-
Okay.
No,
I'll swap to
our
the I'll
trips-
swap to the
yeah.
jug. I'll swap to the jug. That's a good call.
Our trips don't really take that long.
Oh,
No, that's fine. I'll swap to you've convinced me.
There was a look of visual confusion on Hu'Gurk's face since he mapped it out and said, "This is gonna take a couple of weeks."
It doesn't take that.
Mine hasn't. Just a few days, it's fine.
Yeah, so basically I'm removing my infusion on my goggles that makes them goggles of night, and then finding like just a pitcher and then just kind of like giving a little tap and it turns into an alchemy jug.
That's amazing. I'll make sure to pack some glasses.
Very good.
Okay. Everybody going to sleep for the night?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I need my beauty rest. Thank you.
Before the sun rises, we would recognize it as the sound of a jet engine, as there is just this loud noise right outside the franchise.
Oh my lord, what the hell is that?
Can't even hear my ocean sounds.
They're much louder than your weird elevator music. I don't know what an elevator is.
That's a cool noise.
I will go out.
Okay. Yeah.
These
Sounds like a
neighbors must have a real good excuse.
Sounds like a whole village is burning.
As I hope everybody goes outside to investigate. Immediately outside the front of the door, actually in the forest to the side, you see a whole bunch of just like snapped over trees, and sitting in the middle of this crater, or just like this newly made clearing of broken trees, there sits this gargantuan dragon that looks strangely immobile. It's just the size of an ancient dragon, just smack down next to your office.
Wyatt.
Connie's running for it. Just
Oh,
Gurk lopes after her.
Oh shit.
Hold on. And Wyatt flies over to the dragon, and knocks on its chest. Y'all right in there?
Whoa, did it eat him?
And there's this like pressurized hiss as the side of the dragon's chest like opens, and 5 more Abishai, 1 in each color, so a red, blue, green, white, and black one, all like sort of step out, look around. We're here for the Green Dragon Branch.
That's us.
Connie, calm down.
What is the what is
What's that one?
Yep.
The red one like sort of reaches around for a satchel, pulls out a note, hands it to Wyatt, who rushes it back to one of you, Alellen. You are handed a parchment on Tyrant Security letterhead, and it reads, Green Dragon Branch. I'm authorizing the use of a metallic tyrant, as well as placing its crew under your charge. Senna will go over the necessary documentation. I expect to see this weapon safely returned and the artifact secured. If your information is correct, and the faction that's been attacking Tyrant Security franchises is also in pursuit of this artifact, I expect your team to exercise no restraint nor mercy should you encounter the Keshan Remnant. Arjan, CFO and founder, Tyrant Security.
I think we can
What?
handle no restraint or mercy.
Well, yes. I feel like we've been good on that so far. Remember that thug and the store, and we just had Hu'Gurk take him out around the back? Yeah. Well, anyway.
If all that is in order, I am Senna. This is the red one speaking.
I don't know where.
Who needs to go over the paperwork here?
I can
Alellen.
handle the paperwork. If it comes to I don't know if you have any like need for operational help, but Hu'Gurk here is our part-topographer, and this seems like a very complicated flying part. So,
Perfect. Senna reaches into his satchel and pulls out a massive stack of parchment.
Allen's just like, yes,
It
that's so
is
much
a
parchment.
voluminous contract and an extensive list of penalties to be paid if anything should happen to the metallic tyrant. The primary focus of the agreement is to clarify the incomprehensibly high rental costs that has been waived by Archon, and to emphasize that the vehicle remains the property of Tyrant Security. It is a lengthy process of signing, countersigning, witnessing, and signing again. And then one of the other ones, the Black Abishai, who introduces himself as Vode, asks
Vode?
for fingernail and hair clippings from each of you.
Well, as long as it's not
Oh.
the pinky.
Why?
It's part of the contract.
What's it going to be used for?
Tracking you down in case the metallic tyrant returns damaged and we cannot find you.
Right, and you don't give this information to anybody else, correct? You don't sell your information?
It is confidential within the
No
company.
local law enforcement or international law enforcement or
Only-
interplanar law enforcement.
Only within the company. We don't work with other extraplanar.
Okay, and nobody can
forces.
buy this information from you.
No.
No, like Ars
Okay.
Technica,
Right.
As,
Facebook.
as soon as they said we'll need
TikTok.
that or whatever, Hu'Gurk was like swink with a dagger, and he's like
I just got my nails done.
hands it to him.
Connie is very like on the fence, like, oh, I said I wouldn't sign any contracts while I was here, but I feel like, oh,
This is part of your job
I
now,
know.
Connie.
You didn't sign any. You didn't sign any contracts. You're just giving biological material. I think Alellen would
That's
sign that
true.
as like the branch, to where like we as members of the branch must provide tracking material, but the branch is the.
Can I have
signer.
it back once we're done?
If that is what you wish.
Yes.
That way, it's not signing a contract; it's just a loaner, and she
Exactly.
takes
Us
3 strands that aren't that were dead ends anyways, and just
Our standard procedure is to destroy this once the contract is no longer
Good.
useful, but if you would like it returned, we can do that.
yeah, return
Alellen
is
just
better.
kind of rubs his head, and he's like,
Don't you have peach fuzz somewhere?
no.
Oh.
Not to worry. And Vode comes up and with his
I feel like
two-
that's a little too much information, but no.
with his 2 very, very sharp infernal talons, reaches up your nose and plucks a nose hair.
Ouch.
It stings like a motherfucker.
Yes, it does.
That gives one hair that she takes out at the root, so it's not shorter than the other hairs. And then she will shave a little bit of the fingernail off, and so like it still matches her other nails because she just got her nails done.
Mhm.
And then you give him that.
Perfect. All right. Welcome aboard the Metallic Tyrant. We will be charting a course for Fortune. It will be 2 days travel.
Oh. See, I
That's it.
told you, Alellen, 1 or 2 days.
My cousin.
Plenty of time to drink, though.
birthdays.
Will it just be the 4 of you, or is anybody else coming?
Should I bring my dogs?
Totally up to you, but that was good prognostication on your part.
Right. Should I bring the dragon?
I think having Nalaris hang out here at the namesake would probably be better, just in case anything tries to fuck with our venue while we're gone. They got some pretty good protection on staff.
They'll understand why we're called the Green Dragon Batch. Okay.
Exactly.
Should I should just give the students something to do, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll give them something to do. They owe me 50 gold when we get back. He'll write up a little lesson plan for the next week, and it's all like, make this, sell it at this price kind of deal. We're working on enchanting this week.
See this jug? Make sure it never runs out of liquid.
It's a group project. Yeah. So I'll give them something ridiculous to do that'll make him some money.
A group project while the teacher's away. You really are an evil.
Yeah. I mean, it's on my alignment sheet.
And if they're really good at the end of all of this, we're going to put on some Planet Earth.
Yeah.
And I might give them 10% of their earnings. Yeah. Maybe.
So who is coming with you?
Maybe just the dogs, right?
The Hellhound
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
or the Cerberus?
Yeah.
Okay.
Two-headed sword, yeah. Wilhelmina.
So you all load up on this, going inside the chest of this dragon, and on the inside you can tell that this is a vehicle. This is an airship of sorts. It's just a metallic airship that is carved to look like a fairly realistic depiction of an ancient metallic dragon. On the inside, you can see that there are stations for various things, and even on the outside, you can still walk around the outside of the dragon. It's sort of like a very narrow balcony, or what the hell is the railing of a ship called? I don't.
The gun rail?
Sure.
Gun wall, gun rail. Yep.
You can walk around the outside, and that might be important. That I make that distinction. While you are on the ship, that same jet engine roar starts off, and the wings begin to move, and the ship takes off one more time, and it goes incredibly fast. Once it's up in the air, it's being put up in the air because all the Abishai have gone around and sat at these stations. They are crewing the ship.
They have space with extra leg room.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can go around. There is a passenger room. On this ship, you are in command. That was clear in Arjan's note and in the contract. There are 5 positions that you can take on this journey: the captain, the pilot, the weapon master, the lookout, and the mechanic. Do any of those sound particularly interesting to anybody?
So
I should probably be the mechanic since I'm partially artificer.
pilot, lookout, mechanic, and what was the fourth one? Captain.
Pilot, lookout, mechanic, captain, and weapons master.
Connie would want to be. She'd want to be captain.
Okay.
Her cousin worked on the prototype for this, so she feels very close to this.
I mean, probably weapon master for Hu'Gurk.
I can be a lookout, I suppose.
Okay. All right. You all take your positions. You go around, looking out. Connie, you are sitting in a nice, comfy captain's chair, providing leadership to everybody.
As a decisionist should.
Hu'Gurk, you go around, looking at all the weapon stations. And Alellen, you are getting a quick feel for the actual mechanical structure of the metallic tyrant. I am posting a stat block within our chat. This is going to be important in a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
But why?
This is a tool that'll help us for later.
It's a surprise tool that is not a surprise at all. So as you go north over the pit, it is largely uneventful, but you do see on the horizon as you start into the second day that the sun is currently hiding behind clouds that get darker and darker as you keep heading toward this mountain range. After a few hours, there's this steady rain that begins to fall. The wind begins to pick up. There's a crash of thunder followed by forks of lightning, and soon sheets of rain are falling while lightning is flashing on every side of the ship. You are heading straight through the storm within this ship.
Captain.
What is it? And then which one were you again?
I was a lookout.
What is it, lookout?
We seem to be heading into a storm.
The Abishai sort of look around. You think?
Well, pilot, do you think that you can help get us around the storm? Or are we just kind of are we all just sort of manning our stations? I think that we should man our stations. Man the stations!
So nobody has picked the pilot position, but...
What are the Abishai doing?
I mean, they're crewing the ship. They're doing everything else.
Okay.
I could try a pilot. No. That's not.
So for the first part of this, the storm is becoming deadly, with pockets of lightning flaring all around the Tyrant. For this first thing, Weapons Master, you can help either the lookout or the captain.
All right, I'm gonna baton down all the hatchets first, and then I will help the lookout.
Okay, so you and Vi are going to be looking out to try and call out the pockets of lightning ahead. Vi, make a perception check. You have advantage from Hu'Gurk's help. 14 is a success.
Oh, thank God.
Captain, the Abishai are on edge because they were not expecting this storm to be within this course. I need you to make a charisma persuasion or a charisma intimidation check to steady the crew and have them prepare for further commands.
All right. So I think she is going to use a charisma persuasion. I just need to check to see if that's actually the skill that I'm good with. Doesn't help that my browser shut itself down. So here we go. Yeah, persuasion I am better at than intimidation. So don't worry, gang. If we just continue, if we stay the course, then we will make it through all right. If we turn left or right, that's when things get terrible. Persuasion, that's an 11.
Okay, an 11 is not quite enough. That is a failure.
Wait, could I use my inspiration that I have to reroll?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to do it. Yeah! That's even worse. I still fail.
Okay. Yeah, the Abishai are freaking out. Alellen, you don't have anything to do right now. because nothing is on fire because I rolled a natural 20 for the pilot position. You were not struck by lightning. You were good. If you would like,
Allen's pouring beverages.
would you also like to go around and help the Abishai?
Sure.
Okay, make a make a drink serving check. What do you think this
A
is?
drink serving check. Sleight of hand. I don't know. Insight to see who needs the drinks.
I need to drink.
Okay, I'll work with insight.
Okay, cool. That's one of my good skills.
Make a bartending check.
Bartending check 21.
21. Okay. You have passed out drinks. We're not condoning drinking while operating heavy
Flying.
machinery. We are absolutely condoning drinking for your nerves.
I'm going to say this is a alcoholic beverage, the strength of beer, which means I have 4 gallons of it today.
You promised me margaritas, Alellen.
Okay, yeah, but they're just margaritas that are the strength of beer, which is probably what they're supposed to be if you make them right, but
Totes weak.
not how I make them.
But pretty soon
Strong.
the tyrant is able to navigate outside of these lightning pockets within this thunderhead and make its way into a calmer portion of the storm, where we get a little tink, 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 as it gets buffeted by a whole bunch of hail. And that's where we're going to pick up once we come back from a little break.
Yay! So we are in the middle of a storm, but that's not going to stop us from having a good time. We're going to try and be back in 5 to 10 minutes, so don't go no place unless it's to grab a food, grab a drink, grab a friend, or possibly go to indooradventure.redbubble.com, pick yourself up something nice, and we'll see you guys shortly. All right, everybody. See you soon! And we're back! Hello, everybody. We have returned. We are in the middle of a storm up in the sky, but I wrote down what our positions were for operating a giant mechanical dragon, so Cyber, take us away.
The storm dies down as the tyrant sails away from the pockets of thunder and lightning. That's when fist-size hail begins to drop out of the sky. As you search for a path out of the storm, a rock of ice the size of a giant's boulder misses the dragon by a few feet. I need the lookout to make a perception check to try and spot areas where the storm thins and warn your pilot when the hail would strike.
We don't have
The
a
vehicle.
pilot.
18.
18, that is enough. Captain, I need you to succeed on a charisma check to steady the crew and prepare them for the pilot. I really should have made one of you be the pilot.
Do you want me
Can
to be
I-
the pilot
No.
instead?
Can I
Oh, fine.
assist the captain because I've been
Yeah.
I've been giving the crew liquid courage.
Yes.
You're helping them. Look, it's like how in professional shooting, alcohol is an illegal substance, but just because like it can help steady your aim just a little bit.
If the whole world's wobbly, then your hand seems less wobbly, and that
Yes,
is helpful.
This was a charisma check, saving throw.
Charisma check. Deception or persuasion. You have advantage because of
persuasion.
Alellen.
Okay. Yeah. Could I guidance myself for this?
Yes.
Woohoo! Grandpa, see me through.
Grandpa, take the wheel.
That's a 15.
That is enough. Okay.
She's like pulling back, and it is one of those like, Grandpa, help me! Just like,
Weapon master. As your pilot, as the Abishai are actually navigating this, Vi does call out that there is a huge ice boulder that is about to hit the vehicle. I'm going to need you to make an attack with one of the weapons from the Tyrant in order to crush the wheel.
So do you think the claws or the acid maw would be more appropriate?
Do you want to crunch the boulder or do you want to smash the boulder?
I mean, I think it's a boulder. Would the acid even affect it?
Mhm.
Oh, well then let's acid it, because that seems cool.
Okay, so I guess I would need to make a dexterity check from the boulder, but the boulder is an inanimate object and cannot dodge. So, roll that beautiful acid damage.
Okay. So sweet. Okay. 9d8. All right. Except for some reason, all my windows closed. What's going on? There we go. Oh, I love you, D&D Beyond. Oh. Totes RJ move. All right. 44 damage.
44, yeah. The maw of the Tyrant opens up, and there's just this caustic torrent of acid that quickly dissolves the boulder. You can see it just start to sizzle off, and before it can actually make impact with the vehicle, it is with the ship, it is like cast off to the side and just like melts. Even though you've gotten rid of the big hail, some of there is damage happening to the ship as it tries to navigate this hailstorm. Mechanic, I need you to make a survival check or a wisdom check, making use of proficiency with flying vehicles to try and go around and repair. Or if there's another skill that you want to use, we could probably make it work.
I think survival's okay.
Does he get advantage because he's been drinking?
No.
I haven't been drinking. I've been giving other people drinks.
My
I'll
character
just-
hasn't been drinking.
Sure, survival. 18.
That's a success. The ship will operate normally.
That's good. That's what you want to see.
Yeah.
Operating normally.
So you do end up making it through the hailstorm. Though the wind still howl and buffet the ship, the lightning and hail does fade away behind you. The clouds turn from purple black to a light gray. And that's when you see the funnel cloud moving towards you. And is that a face forming within it?
This?
Look out. Please make a perception check.
Oh no.
We're going through the caldera, right?
Yeah, you have passed the caldera.
Okay, cool.
21.
21. Yeah, that is enough to track the funnel cloud's movement and any debris that it is coming out, so you are able to call that out and your pilot is able to move around. Captain, make
We're a fucking cloud.
make a
6 o'clock.
charisma check to study the crew and prepare them for the commands. It is
Okay.
a normal roll.
Sounds good. Just rolling a d20 then.
Yep.
Okay. Seeing if there was anything in the... God, I need to stop rolling this die. Well, if it's just a straight d20 roll, that's a 4. I'm a great captain, guys.
Weapon master. You can attempt to shoot the huge storm in the face, or claw it with one of the ship's weapons.
Oh, I've got a super soaker that I carry around on my back, so we're gonna go with the acid maw again, cause.
Roll a d6.
All right. Pachow. Roll a d6. Roll a d6.
Dragon just seems to sound like a dog.
5.
I believe that is enough. Yeah. Okay. So the acid maw does recharge.
Yes.
Roll the damage.
D a billion d8s. 2, 3, 4.
As you maneuver the acidic maw to shoot another torrent of caustic stuff.
Can it
at
sound like
this-
Godzilla?
Absolutely. And you just pour a deluge of acid onto this tornado with a face.
38.
38. The storm momentarily wavers as you just see this green goo just come down within this whirlwind. The crew is a little bit calmer, so the negative from Connie's attempts to calm down everybody, you counteracted that. More damage is happening to the ship because of the strong winds. Mechanic, I need you to make another survival check to prevent further damage.
Can I like use something that uses my like tinkering tools proficiency?
Yep.
Would that still just be survival, but I add my proficiency? Because I don't have proficiency in survival.
If you were using wisdom, I would say you could use an intelligence check, adding your proficiency with tinker tools.
Okay. I'll do that then. 21.
21. That is enough. The ship does not take any damage, which means you have made it through all 3 of these encounters without your ship taking damage.
Allen's got his like wand out as like the welding torch, and then just turns around and like moves the goggles up and just like back to it.
I think this calls for celebratory drinks.
He's got at least like 3 more gallons of margarita left.
She just has an empty margarita glass in her hand.
So the ship steadies a bit and continues. And that's when, Vi, as you start sipping this margarita, you look back out and you see dropping out from behind a dark cloud is an airship held aloft by a large balloon.
Well, shit.
Emblazoned with the sigil of the Keshan. It's just this like narrow tribal like eye with this little teardrop forming on under the bottom.
I assume there's like an intercom. She's like, "We have company."
There absolutely is. I need everybody. Well, you notice a crew of hobgoblins and goblins can be seen swarming the deck, and a ballista and 3 harpoon guns are trained on your vessel. I need everybody to roll for initiative.
Time for a real fight, big guy. So you hear in the intercom.
I also need to roll for the vehicles.
The vehicles.
Yes.
They're in a balloon.
Yes, they're in a airship that's just a boat with a balloon.
We gotta fuck up that balloon. Can we like? I wonder if there's flammable shit inside.
So I'll go over how vehicle combat works because it's different than infernal vehicle combat.
Oh, darn.
Oh, cool. Everybody's actually already rolled. Okay, neat. It's been so long, I forgot how this works. Okay. Cool. So I have to roll separately for your ship. It rolled a 5 plus dex of 10, so 0. And I need to roll as well for the airship. Chrome just went black again, so that's fun. I have dice over here though. It rolled a 4. Plus 3, okay. So we rolled a 7. Okay. So everybody's going to have their initiative as normal, right? And then whenever I get to the ship's turn in initiative, on the stat block that I posted in chat, as long as the ship has a certain number of crew, it can take a certain number of actions. So as long as it has 3 crew alive, as long as 3 of the Abishai are still alive, it can take 2 actions. Those actions can be used to move or to make weapon attacks. You do not have to do both. If you wanted to make 2 weapon attacks, you absolutely could. I just need somebody to tell me what it's doing. You'll notice that each separate action, so like the hull has an armor class and hit points, the weapons have armor class and hit points, the legs and wings also have that. Each one of those things can be attacked by either a player or another vehicle. The airship also has the same things, and I'll post that in chat. So if you wanted to target specifically the balloon or the hull or one of the weapons, each one of those can be targeted separately. And that can be done by either any of you or the ship on its turn. Everything makes sense, sort of, so far?
So on our
Think so.
turn, we're
On your turn, you control yourselves.
okay.
At some point, whenever I get to initiative 5, it will be the ship's turn, and you can
That's
tell me
where we
what you
do
want
all
the
the-
ship to
okay.
do. Okay. So we're going to be starting off.
But we still act as individuals.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. The only thing is, like, if you decide to like go and become part of the crew and start taking over something else, like say if 3 of the Abishai die and you really want that second action, then one of you can like say, I'm going to be a crew for a little bit and start to take control of the ship. So on this other ship, there are hobgoblins and goblins. Let me actually pull this up. This ship is 100 feet away from you. It is starting 100 feet away from you, and it is just trained on you. You see that there is a hobgoblin captain, a whole bunch of goblins, some other hobgoblins, and a hippogriff that are on the ship. They're not going to do anything this turn. They're not. Vi, the ship is 100 feet away from you. What do you want to do?
Can I? Okay, I'm actually going to use my special instrument, whose name I cannot pronounce. And I'm gonna cast fog cloud, which I can cast up to a range of 120 feet.
Okay. And you just want to make the fog cloud around the airship?
Yeah, so like it obstructs their view.
Okay, absolutely. You cast that spell. Do you want to do anything else on your turn?
I don't think I have any. I'm going to use as a bonus action. I'm going to inspire. Hu'Gurk. It's like, Hu'Gurk, this is gonna be the biggest thing you've ever taken down. Show them what you can do.
Yeah. Sweet.
And it's D8. They have it for 10 minutes.
Oh yeah. Nice.
All right, Alellen.
I really want to fuck up that balloon. Because if I can put a big old hole in that sucker, then like that's probably not good for an airship, right? Unless that's not how this works. I don't know.
Yeah, so you see that second stat block for the airship,
Oh.
and on the second column it says control balloon.
Mm-hmm. Ah. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I'm gonna go for that. Let's do that. And I'm gonna go for that.
Okay, it is 100 feet away from you. It is a little bit obscured by the fog cloud,
Okay.
but I mean, you know where it is. You're not going to have disadvantage or anything. It
It's
doesn't have
100
cover.
feet away. Okay. Can I get like 10 feet closer by like moving to the rear of the ship or something like that?
The closest part of the ship is 100 feet away.
Okay. Well,
You can hold your action until the ship gets closer.
yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll hold a chromatic orb until it's within 90 feet.
All right. Hu'Gurk.
Hu'Gurk puts down the cookie he's eating and gets out his longbow and fires at the balloon since Ellen has been talking about the balloon.
Okay.
All right. I have to remember my new ranger thing. What is the... It's now the favored foe, right?
I believe so.
When you hit a creature with an attack roll. Okay, so I
when
have
you
to
hit a
do that.
creature. Okay.
Yes.
The airship, it's not a creature.
Oh, cool. I thought everything you attacked was a creature in D&D. Okay. Well then, that doesn't apply. So I am just going to shoot the hell out of this. Bam. Oh, wrong die. There it is. 21 to hit
That absolutely hits.
for 7 damage.
Okay.
Second attack. Uh, 10.
10 is not quite enough.
Yep. Ba-dunk.
This is your first round of combat, right?
Yes.
Do you get dread ambush?
I'm looking. Yep.
Okay. So you
yeah.
get one more attack, and if it hits, add the 1d8.
Yep. Okay. Woo woo. Dirty 20.
That'll hit. Roll for
Yes.
damage at the 1d8.
And then another D8. So 8 plus 1, 9 points of damage.
All right.
How many is that total?
9.
Like overall the attacks?
It was 7 and then 9, so 16 total.
Okay.
So right now it's at the balloon is at 59 hit points.
Nice.
I mean, so
Connie.
All right. Well, so guiding bolt says that I shoot it towards a creature. So would the balloon wouldn't be able to be guiding bolted, correct? Because that's what we were saying earlier. So, like, I'm fine if guiding bolt doesn't work.
It says creature. I don't
literally
think this is
every
creature.
spell says creature.
Yeah.
Like every attack spell that you roll a d24 says creature.
In the old days,
we-
it said target.
Yeah.
Do we all want to go ahead with the assertion that vehicles, at least in vehicle combat, can be affected by creature stuff? If it makes sense, like not
Yeah.
possession
Like
and
I gotta
stuff.
charm the balloon.
Okay.
Yeah. I just think it'd be
Hu-
kind of.
Hu'Gurk, add your D8 from your favorite foe.
Okay.
I just think it'd be kind of silly if you couldn't hit a big balloon with a magic missile. Because that also says creature. Like any spell says creature. I don't know.
That would be 6 points.
6 more points. Okay.
Vehicles are immune to spells seems a little busted.
Yeah, that's what happens
they're not
whenever you bring vehicle combat into a game that clearly wasn't built around vehicle combat.
Yep.
So yeah, Connie's going to try and guiding bolt. Shoot the balloon. That seems to be the job. Wow. That's a 14.
14 will hit.
Haha. I have made a success this day. 11
Gracious.
points. 11 points of damage, and then it glows as the next person to strike it has advantage. Or the next attack against it has advantage anyways.
Okay. The airship can take 3 actions. For its first attack, it is going to fire a harpoon.
Does it come within 90 feet?
Not yet. And it is trying to hit the hull of the ship. Does a 15 hit the hull? It does not.
No.
Okay. Google Chrome keeps going like completely dark. This one will hit. It's a 14 plus 8. So that's going to be doing 2d10.
Hey, what if they rolled a 9?
If they rolled a 9, that's a 17 to hit, which will not hit.
Okay, I'm gonna use my first portent then to do that.
Okay.
My portents for the day were spicy.
And then it is going to come closer to you using its movement to move within 60 feet.
Okay.
Only within 60 feet. Alellen, that would trigger your reaction.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my other portent for the day. For my attack is a 20.
Okay.
For my second level chromatic orb.
A nat 20?
Yeah.
Ah!
I got really spicy portents.
Okay, I need to redo the initiative because Google Chrome decided to not. But Alellen, go ahead and roll that damage.
Okay. So it's a spell attack roll, so that means it doubles on a crit, right?
Yep.
Okay, so 8d8.
Fuck.
88, what kind of damage?
Fire.
Okay.
Because I'm going with the whole maybe it's flammable on the inside kind of move. That is 43 points of damage.
So the balloon had 42 hit points left. So Alellen, describe the conflagration.
Yeah, Allen's just kind of been like waiting because it's a portent, so like he knows it's coming, right? He's like staying on a spot, and he's like, okay, and then just takes out his wand and just hits it. Just does like a and just and it's
like a badminton just.
yeah, it's the little like there's like the tiny little spot of fire, and then does the like just the whole balloon, and then it's just like the shell of the balloon is all that's left. Like it just goes up like that. And then the airship doesn't have a balloon no more. I don't know what it's going to do after that.
All right.
Once it goes up, Hu'Gurk says, "Whoa, the huge manatee."
Taking inspiration.
Thank you.
All right, we're back to the top of the initiative again with Vi.
What about the dragon? The dragon vehicle.
Our dragon.
Oh, the dragon should have gone before the other airship. My bad.
Also, I think I technically was that their second or third action to move towards us.
That was the third action.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. What do you want the ship to do?
Attack?
Acid. Duh.
Roll another d6. We got to see if it recharges.
And pow. Oh, 1.
Okay.
Wah.
So that has not recharged. So that means your one ranged attack is probably not going to hit. Do you want to get within 15 feet? Because if so, you would need to use one of your actions to move.
If it's up to me, hell yeah. Let's claw these bastards.
Okay, so you would be able to get one claw or maw attack.
What do you think, guys? Bite or swap?
I'm thinking chomp them.
Chomp them.
Get
All
a
right.
little chunk of them.
Unless
Little
we want to
taste.
use the momentum from the downward swipe. Like they just lost their balloon. If you like smack the
Yeah.
front end, will you cause the back half to tip? And like they just go like catapulting off into no man's land.
I have no idea, but
Strike
it
it.
sounds awesome.
I would absolutely allow that if you did it.
Just
Sure.
dunk them.
Okay,
Just fucking dunk them.
make a weapon attack with the claws.
And boom. Whew. I was scared there for a moment. 14 plus
11.
11.
Okay, are you attacking the hull, the propeller?
Propeller sounds fun.
No balloon or propeller for you.
Well, the balloon's dead.
Yeah, we aced that.
So you could realistically attack the hull, the helm, or the propeller, or one of the weapons.
What do you think, guys?
I would say the helm, because if they still have the helm, they could I don't know, ship it into like an emergency landing. I don't know
Alright.
how that works. Maybe it's like a pull thing, like a plane navigation.
If you want to just like send it careening down, you probably need to attack the hull. If you really
Cool.
want to sabotage its like capability to move, the helm or the propeller.
What am I swatting, Connie? You're the captain.
Captain Connie says go around back, attack the propeller, and see if you can knock them off course, so that way they start going into like a downward spiral as they fall.
And you have inspo.
Yeah.
Well, you already hit.
Yeah.
Roll the damage.
Yeah.
All right. And the claw.
46 plus 6.
4d6 plus 6. Uh, 17 plus 6 is 23.
23. Okay. Okay. Now back to the top with Vi.
Okay. So they're still up?
Like you've done damage. The ship is like the balloon is destroyed. It cannot maintain its altitude, so it'll start descending now.
Okay. Da, da, da. If I cast invisibility, can I cast it on the whole ship?
We set on a creature.
make the whole ship invisible.
Okay. The ship is invisible.
We are not, though, right?
Nope.
Okay,
Well,
so
the
are we
ship is
just, like,
technically
standing?
carrying us. The ship is technically carrying us, so we are invisible.
If we go inside the ship, is this like a Wonder Woman's invisible plane kind of sitch, or like
It's-
the invisible boatmobile?
It's like the second one of the wizard books where whenever they're in the car and it's invisible, they are invisible.
Okay.
Yeah,
Everybody
because it
inside.
says whatever it's wearing or carrying is also invisible, and it's technically carrying us. So
Yeah, but then we would have to say that you are objects, and I'm not about to do that. I don't
True.
objectify my players.
Guys,
uh,
guys, I can't see the floor or the
If
walls or
everyone
the
will
rails.
find the nearest door and return to the inside of the vessel, I have some concerns to address to the crew.
no, wait, it's fine. I turned us invisible.
If everyone could
I just
please
see like
return.
multiple of these like intercoms coming down, and y'all are all
Yeah. Wait, no, guys. No, it's fine. It's fine. I turned us invisible.
Yeah, but I can't see where I could step off the thing into midair.
Connie.
I'll just sit down.
Yeah, on Connie's turn, once it eventually gets there, I know what I'm doing, so just let me know when is where.
well, up next is going to be Alellen.
Allen's gonna go around and say, "Thank you for flying Air Tyrant, everyone. Please find your seats and fasten your seatbelts. It appears our craft is now invisible."
Well, if you attack, it's not.
Well, it's not. Well, they're like the other ships, like.
Yeah. It's so
they
it
go,
can't see where we're going. If
Let's
someone
hunker
survives."
down. We're invisible and in a fog cloud. I think our work here is done.
Yeah.
Would anyone like beverage service?
Yeah, if you can find me.
I can see you.
Can we see like where
I
the
feel like
ship
the
is?
inside would be visible.
Yeah,
It's
I
the
feel like
outside
you
that's
could.
invisible.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think anybody's ever been inside a creature that's invisible.
It'll be kind of like a two-way mirror.
Okay.
So like it reflects
Typically, it's
the
like a
outside's
dude.
invisible, and then inside you can see everything.
Oh,
but
so if
never
you're
can see
invisible,
in.
so are you okay? Knights in the courtyard.
Yeah.
I'll put it down.
I wasn't expecting any of this, but
Here we are.
Alellen.
Yeah, I don't really. That ship seems like it's been taken care of, and we're invisible. So, is the ship hurt?
Make a perception check.
Okay. 14.
Okay, I will say you can see the ship. It is descending. It is, unless it can hook you with one of its harpoons and drag you down with it, it's probably not going to assail you any further.
Okay. Cool. I don't know what to use my action for.
Would you like to hold your action in case something else happens?
Can I cat? I don't think that's how that works at all. The only thing I can think of useful is if I could toss up a shield spell if it's about to hit us, but I don't think I can do that for the ship. I think the
I don't
range
think-
is self.
I don't think you can.
Yeah, the range is self, so I can't do that. So I really don't have anything useful that I can do, to be honest.
Would you like to help anybody else do anything?
Sure, I'll help whoever does a thing that seems useful.
Okay, Hu'Gurk, you're up next.
I'll help Hu'Gurk then, or
All right.
Connie, just whoever needs it, honestly.
And
Or I'm
we are
helping.
pulling away from them, so
Mhm.
let's see if the acid maw is recharged. Five.
You are full of vitriol. You're like a
Let
Twitter
'em.
thread.
or getting anywhere near Reddit. All right, let's Godzilla him up.
Okay. Since it's a deck save, you'll be able to get most of the ship parts if, well, on the ship's turn, we would be able to do that. What would Hu'Gurk like to do on his turn?
I mean, they still got a cloud on their deck, right? So they're kind of obscured.
Yep.
I mean,
Well,
they're going.
If they're falling, I think that they would fall out of the fog cloud.
So yeah, I don't think I really. I guess I could shoot at another part. Oh yeah, I'm not.
Apparently,
gonna
the harpoon is still a worry. So if you want to note
I
that,
will draw a sharp object and wait to cut harpoon ropes.
Okay.
I hold my action to cut harpoons.
All right. I think up next is going to be Connie. Connie.
Okay. If people were stuck outside, Connie was going to thaumaturgy all the doors, but that doesn't seem to be as big of an issue now. She is... So we're flying away. We don't want to attack them necessarily because that'll break our invisibility. So Connie is going to go up to the pilot area where a pilot would be. And she is going to give said potential pilot some guidance. Just get us the hell out of here.
Okay. You give Sina some guidance. Is there anything else that you want to do?
No, that's her action. And then as far as bonus action goes, yeah, she hasn't used any, or she used a guiding bolt, so yeah, she's good.
Okay. It is now the ship's turn. The acid maw has recharged. Would you like to use that as one of your actions?
I think we're just getting the hell out of here, right?
Are you trying to swipe out the harpoons?
Yeah,
I mean, they
well,
haven't
that was
shot any at us yet.
yeah, that was what Hu'Gurk's holding to repel harpoons. But this is the crew of the ship firing the acid cannon, basically.
They're
If
on,
we
that'll
use like
Break
all
the spell, right?
if we used all three of our actions to just like move,
You have two actions.
if we used all two of our actions to move, could they even like?
Get us?
The range is 120 feet. In order to do the claw last turn, you would need to be within 15 feet of them. What is the speed on the movement?
80, I think. To
80.
fly.
Yeah, if you use both things to move, yeah, you could definitely get out of the way.
I was gonna say also,
Yeah.
alternatively, their airship, everyone's on deck. Like, is there
Not
a deck that
everybody.
they're on? Okay, but like most are on deck. We could fly behind their ship and just acid spray down and just annihilate anyone who's not inside.
Yeah, that would do a lot of damage to everybody who's on the deck, the hull, most of the weapons, the helm. You would essentially be getting everybody within the deck save.
Let's do that.
I would say let's do that one, because if they don't have enough people, then they end up losing actions. And we were told by Mr. Arjan to annihilate with extreme prejudice. So
That's true. No mercy was said.
yeah. So we're just doing what boss told us.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, so are you going to be doing acid maw and claw, or acid maw and wings?
Said
Oh,
not
I thought it
wings.
was. I thought it was 1 to move to
To move
that
to get
position,
behind
and
them.
then 2 to blast them.
Mhm.
Okay, so you're going to be using movement, and
Yeah.
you're going to be using the acid maw.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
I need to make some dex saves, I guess. I mean, ship has a dexterity of 3, so that is a 14 that they get. So it will be taking half of the acid damage.
All right.
Roll those 98.
32.
32. Okay, so everything is going to be taking 16 acid damage. And are you going to be staying on top of them or starting to go off?
Trying to go up, probably.
Yeah. Just like fly by, yarf, and then veer away.
I will say many goblins have been decimated, and many hobgoblins have as well. 16 is a lot for the crew. Okay. On the airship's turn, it is going to attempt to harpoon you. With a 23, it is going to hit and jam itself within the side of the ship. Hu'Gurk, since your held action was to cut the harpoon, actually
I'm helping.
with the 22, another harpoon is going to hit. Since both of you are helping with this, I would say since you specifically held for this, you'll be able to cut the harpoons and effectively negate this. The ship will still take the damage from it, the 2d10 piercing from each of them. So 13 points against the hull. That does not meet the damage threshold. So no damage on the ship. 13 on the second roll. Again, doesn't meet the damage threshold, so it's fine. The airship is once again unscathed, and the harpoon ropes are no longer on there. Do you ever think you didn't balance your ship?
And you gave us a big fuck off dragon ship.
I did give you a big fuck off dragon ship. That will be appearing in our DM's Guild supplement.
Nice.
At the end of the airship's turn, it continues careening downward. The final flails of the harpoon clearly not making purchase. It continues descending into the mountains. You do see behind one of the clouds a second airship drops out of the clouds. It does not have any visible crew and no weapons, but it does have beneath it, it looks like this very large net thrower that is clearly aimed at your vessel.
Acid.
Well, we used
the ship.
the acid.
The ship is moving towards you. It is still like 100 feet out. It's going to be a while before it gets within range of your ship. Vi, we are now back to your point in the initiative.
Back to the top. Okay.
What I want everybody to make a perception check as this second airship enters the fray.
15.
15,
16.
16,
Wait, perception. Sorry, modified 20.
20. Okay,
Oh, 17.
okay, and Vi.
22.
22. Okay, Connie and Vi, you see this is a more like exposed airship. You can definitely see who's on the prowl, and you can see this maniacally laughing goblin in dark robes is steering the ship towards you.
And I cast enlarge on the ship.
On your ship?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna cast enlarge on the ship so we're too big for the net.
Okay.
You monster, all the controls are twice as large now.
We're also twice as large.
Okay.
So it's It's double its size in all dimensions. And it increases in one size category.
It's already gargantuan.
Yeah.
Is humongous bigger than gargantuan?
Oh, I don't remember.
I think Gargantuan's the biggest.
I think there's a colossal in there somewhere, maybe.
Okay,
Yeah, I think that's a
colossal
colossal.
is. Okay. We will say for the purposes of this that you're not making the ship too heavy to fly.
No.
And
The engines are twice as big too.
you're
Exactly.
accounting for the growth in the wingspan as well.
Yeah, everything enlarges, it says. In all directions.
It's like the world got half as big.
Okay. The ship is now visible because I believe enlarged.
You already
if
did
it,
spewing
if it had
acid and stuff,
attacked,
too.
yeah, if it had attacked, it would have
Okay.
done. Yeah.
Okay. You have embiggened the ship.
I have.
May God have mercy on this poor goblin.
It's like, ah!
May God have mercy. May the D&D gods have mercy on the big bad evil guy of the campaign.
Yeah. I'm so excited.
All right, up next, I believe is Alellen.
So we're the same size, right? Or what? How does this work?
For the purposes that is accounting for a creature, but we're still.
So like all the consoles and everything in the ship, like you made the ship bigger. You're getting all the benefits.
Yeah.
For you all still work normally. You are not
Okay.
enlarged.
Cool.
But you can still access the stuff of the ship. easily
Gotcha.
enough.
Some Alice in Wonderland shit.
So there's just a little goblin up there.
Mhm.
Just a little buddy.
Mhm.
How far away?
The ship was 100 feet away from you.
Okay. I'm gonna cast a spell.
Okay.
I'm specifically gonna cast
Well,
Jim's magic missile.
It was 100 feet away from the ship, but since the ship got twice as big, it's probably about like 60 feet away now.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna cast Jim's magic missile at second level, which means I have to pay 2 coins, and I think Alellen pays the first one, and then the hand takes it, and then just immediately pops back out and like slaps him on the side of the face. It's like, more money, please. And so I'll give him his extra money. Greedy bastard. And all them little magic missiles are going right at that one goblin. And that is, how many is it normally? Okay, so that's 4 missiles. That's a 14 to hit.
That does not hit.
That's a 26 to hit.
That does.
That's a 21 to hit.
That
That
does.
magic missile always hit.
Jim's
Not
magic
Jim's.
missile doesn't.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
That's a 17 to hit.
That also hits.
Okay, that's all of them, I think. That's 4, yeah. So we're just gonna roll 8d4. Wait, that's not right. 64. There we go. Okay, the physics engine is having issues. Okay, that is 16 points of force damage.
Okay, the goblin is still up.
Okay. Well, I was gonna be like, fuck you and your tiny net. It's just all these little purple missiles or something.
Hu'Gurk.
Okay. And this
You are
is
on
my
an embiggened ship.
and this is my action. Okay. I will shoot said goblin
Okay.
with my longbow. My bow of longness. Ah. Bleh. 10 doesn't hit. Natty 20 for a 26.
Yeah.
Okay.
And D&D Beyond is like messing with my skull. All right, and oh, very cool. I had never seen that in D&D Beyond. So, it's 12 damage plus an extra D6. 16 points of damage.
The goblin, as you shoot the goblin, it looks down at his chest where your arrow hasn't failed and just sort of like stumbles backward and falls off the back of the airship. The ship with the net starts careening downward. And as you continue flying, you see two very small explosions as the ships both crash into the mountainside.
Hey guys, I think we got him.
That was supposed to last at least 4 rounds. You killed the first ship on the first round. The second ship wasn't supposed to show up for like round 3. Good job.
Yeah. Go
Look,
team.
if you tell me that a ship has a balloon on it, that's the first thing I'm going to start shooting because
Yeah.
balloons not great. They're not very
Nope.
durable. When you
I'm
start
just-
hucking shit
Clearly-
at them.
Clearly, everything needs to needs to switch to, you know, metallic wing technology.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yes, of
duh.
course.
I am very proud that I got to use those spells on the ship. Even if they weren't useful, I was just having a good time.
They look cool, damn it.
That's
Look, we're
right.
in
Okay,
big
no,
and
but you could you imagine like being this little goblin's like, I got a net, and you're like, no, you don't. Anyway, that's in the
And-
courtyard.
Denied.
The rest of the travel goes pretty uneventfully as you all return back into the main cabin. And soon you finally locate the town of Fortune as Sina brings the ship down for a landing. The dragon perching in the foothills of the western mountains of Alira. It is dusk by the time you get there. And then, even though dusk is upon you, even in the fading light, you can see that the town was never very big to begin with. And that it is completely destroyed. Most of its buildings are empty shells and piles of wreckage. And looming beyond the town is a large, dark cavern. A narrow river winds down from the mountain and along one side of the town. But its water is a strange, phosphorescent green color.
Don't drink the water.
I think I brought this jug.
Well, what do you plan to do? This is Sana. We're. I think I'd feel better if we remain with the ship.
Yes, that would be best in case we need a quick escape. What did you say this Lottie was?
They were in Fortune, but we didn't know where. So, as your captain, I think that it would probably be best if we landed maybe like a quarter mile away from town, just so that, I mean, like we're a big metal dragon. Apparently, they aren't really common around these parts. So,
Very well.
probably go into a stealth and then let us continue on foot. We'll start asking questions, beat cops.
Yeah. So, in a very similar fashion to how it landed outside of your franchise, just in the middle of the forest, crushes a whole bunch of trees and just makes a little clearing for itself.
Tyrant Airlines thanks you for flying with us today.
Please hold
Please.
tight while we land the ship.
Please deposit all refuse in the appropriate receptacles on your way out of the plane.
Your luggage can be found at Terminal 2.
My carry-on!
Any unaccompanied minors will be sacrificed to Tiamat.
Nice.
Now, how did my carry-on end up all the way in that ship town? We didn't even go there.
All right.
Take an inspiration.
Yes.
I think Connie she's going to spend an action or take an action for the I think it's the rotor of return. She's going to set a recall code locked to the rotor, so she's going to leave that part of the orrery inside of the dragon. So that way.
Okay, so you're going to leave the rotor of return there,
Yeah.
and your orrery can return there.
Yeah. It's as an action, you can set your current location as a point of return locked to the rotor. Anytime thereafter, you can use a bonus action to teleport to the rotor's point of return as long as you're within 500 feet of that point.
Yeah, so
I don't have to take it off to use that? Or is it that I have to do...
I think you do.
Okay.
I think you just like sort of
Stow it under the captain's chair.
Or I think even as you like try to set this, like you sort of like place it up against one of the walls, and like other clockwork just sort of manifests out of the wall, and just like it sort of locks into place there.
Cool.
It's like just this sort of eldritch machinery just starts appearing around it. Like you've locked it in place within the weave.
Hell yeah. I'm here for that. Yeah, so Connie sets the inside of this as her return point, and then we'll... All right, let's get ready to go.
So are we just going to have the ship like do a flyover? Is that how that works? We can just
And we're walking
go to the ship.
Oh, no,
I mean-
that is only for... I guess I could teleport us to the inside of the ship, but if it's moving and I miss, that's when it becomes a little bit more of an issue. But Connie will cut a little bit more of her hair and again, like, stuff it somewhere inside the ship. Because if it's something that she's familiar with, then it's easier for her to teleport to. So she's leaving a little bit behind. So that way, if we did want to fly by, like, beam us up, Scotty kind of situation, we can totally do that as well.
Yeah, so like we have to be within 500 feet of the rotor.
That was for the recall code, which would only work on me. But if I
Gotcha.
leave my hair here or something that I'm familiar with, and then, like, Alellen, if you can do hey, we need to be picked up, have them fly over, and I could teleport us inside of the ship.
Okay.
Because I have my teleport.
I don't know that I can do that spell.
Ascending? Vide,
I think sending is like a cleric spell.
I don't. I think.
Well, I'll run like hell and get back to the ship.
I took hypnotic pattern. I thought it'd be cool.
Connie,
I
you're a
wanna
cleric.
s-
Why don't you have sending?
Because I'm not that kind of cleric.
I think any kind of cleric can have that.
Yeah.
No, I
Or
have...
you're just not the kind of cleric to have it prepared.
Well, wait, hold on. Sending. Prepare. Yep, because I was one spell off for my overall count. So if this happened on the second day, I'll just give him a ring-a-ling. Let him know, hey, we need the flyby. Take care of it.
Right.
That's a captain's duty. So all of you, stand by.
Oh, all right.
Connie feels rather full of herself at this.
Doing well, sweetie.
Hey, can we get another round of drinks?
We
Sure.
can take a drink break before we leave.
Yeah, I think Alellen will start pouring drinks, and I've only got
It's a new
like
day.
Oh, is it a new day?
Yeah,
Mhm.
this is day
Yeah.
two.
Oh, okay. Then it's topped up. What do we want in it today?
If it's early in the way, we should do mimosas.
It is
Okay.
dusk.
It is dusk.
It's late.
Mimosas. It's perfect.
Okay, but how
Mimosas.
much do we want? How much do we want? Because if it's like beer strength, I can do us 4 gallons. If it's wine strength, that's only 1 gallon. That's not going to go that far.
No, let's do 4 gallons. If
Yeah.
it's like warm-ish, cooler in temperature.
I mean, it's pretty far to the north, so it's probably a little bit cooler.
So you give them like a stout, like a nice oatmeal stout, like something that's like,
Yeah.
like kind of filling, sticks to your bones a little bit that you can sip on.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, we'll just pour a round of hearty ale.
I
Stout.
suppose.
Yeah. Winning fortune.
Yes.
No, pour it around. Cool. How many of us are there? So there's 4 of us, and
There are
then
4
there's
of you.
like
3 of them.
There are 5.
3 of them,
And we
There's
brought your
5
hellhounds, right?
5 of them,
There's 9.
9, 10.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna
4
give beer to my
gallons.
dog.
Why not?
That's like
for
that's like
them.
over a quart of beer for everybody. So that's pretty good.
Yeah. I'm not gonna give beer to a dog.
Everybody's pretty sozzled after that, I think.
Well, we're pre-questing right now. Like, we
Yeah,
know
yeah,
that the
it's
real
fine.
quest is going to be happening out there. You just want to,
Y'all
like,
Y'all are pre-questing. They're devils, so we don't know what's going on with their tolerance, but
Okay, so 4 gallons is apparently 15 liters.
a liter is like 32 ounces, so that's a lot.
Yeah, so that's a lot of
Yeah.
beer I'm handing out. That's 15 of those big ass mugs you get at the beer garden. That's
shit.
like all right, we could do this all day.
It's fine. Yeah.
It's like by the end of the 4th round or whatever the fuck. It's just like, all right, that's
I'm around.
adventure.
wait, so how many gallons can you summon?
4 gallons of beer.
Okay, you get a little bit less. Like, you get a sixtel, which is under the size under a pony keg.
God, I wish I spoke alcohol.
I do too. I just Googled it. I have no idea what a sixtel is.
That's
Yeah,
like
so-
2 rounds of almost a liter of beer for everybody. So that's
Yeah.
pretty drunk.
Yep.
uh, I mean, do you all binge drink before heading out?
I don't think I binge it. I have one.
Or do you just pour a liter for your 5 Abishai?
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll pour them a liter, and then everybody else can just sip as much as they want.
Yeah, I'll just sit.
Everybody else.
Particularly
gets
since we
full
can't
to-go
drink
cups.
the
Vi, it's not a sloppy drunk, thank you.
we can't drink the river anyway, so we better have something to drink.
So we have beer
Well, you could also turn it into water.
tomorrow.
Ah. We could
Once you
just-
pick a thing, you have to
Aw.
pour all of that thing out. And then the next day you can pick a new thing.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise,
okay.
it just sits in there.
Yeah.
Well, regardless of if it has anything in or not, every time I shake it, it sloshes.
Hmm. Oh, I can feel that in my
Such a
hand.
fun alchemy jugs are such fun magic items.
Tomorrow,
Tomorrow I'll pick mayonnaise
I was just gonna say tomorrow. Let's do mayonnaise.
or salsa.
mm,
Are y'all getting out with your copious quantities of alcohol?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, Vi has nice buzz, but she's not drunk.
I imagine there's probably about 5 liters left
Okay.
in this little jug.
But
Abishai
you-
had 5. We had 5 cumulatively.
you are getting out of the ship and
Yes.
starting
Yes.
to go into town.
Yep. Let's do it.
As you go into town, give me a survival check. And give me a group survival check. Or just everybody make a survival check. I don't know how to do group checks.
13.
18.
7.
14.
14. Okay, so everybody but Connie would notice infrequent tracks belonging to different humanoid creatures within town. Some travel alone, others go in small groups. Whoever got higher than a 17 or 17 or higher would also notice dog prints in town, though some of those prints have more claws per foot than an ordinary dog. So like you're seeing 6 or 7 claws on a paw.
Not fun.
Somebody make a perception check to
Uh,
just like search through the ruins.
I have advantage on perception checks if you want me to make them.
Do that.
Okay. Natural 20. Don't need to reroll.
Okay. So as you like go around town, you notice you're quickly able to figure out something that Alellen's research already told you. The town isn't destroyed. Like the houses, they look like they're in a state of disrepair, but not that they've been ruined or destroyed.
They
Like
haven't been
they just
completed.
haven't been finished. As you're going through, none of the houses hold valuables, but a few of them do have like these sort of makeshift shelters sort of built up, along with old clothing and bedding. And as you go into one of them with your natural 20, you see one of these shelters is made from a bunch of like wooden signs. One of them that reads, "There's a fortune to be made in fortune," with an exclamation mark. Choose fortune and win. And another sign under it has, it's a smaller sign and it just has tokens, lowest prices.
Hmm. Do I get the sense this is like Vegas feeling? Casino?
It definitely has a sort of like. Does the Underdark have a Vegas
Yeah,
analog?
of course.
I
Yeah.
was just in
why
like
not?
Mizorim or whatever the
Menzoberranzan, the
Menzoberranzan.
city of
Menzoberranzan.
intrigue.
Yeah, but that's on Faerun.
Yeah.
What does Vegas Down Under look like?
The neon lights are just the glow in the dark mushrooms.
No, it's one of the it's the butt of a spider that's just like hanging out on the ceiling, but like it's just a thing that it has as like a natural defense that just shoots colors of lights down at people. So it's like a disco ball. Oh, Lolth's Palace instead of a Caesar's Palace.
Yeah.
The disco butt? Is that what you
Yeah,
just said?
disco butt
Yeah.
spider.
It's like a
Yes.
hybrid between a firefly and a golden orb weaver.
Yeah, but this room, I think this was like a sort of casino town. Like, you know, gambling and all that.
Alellen's eyes just kind of twitching. Okay, it's not finished, right?
No, but it seems some people are here. These shelters are anything to go by.
What if that's the only thing that's finished here?
The casino?
Yeah, and then like once you go in, you don't leave. It's like
not
a
impossible.
maze.
From probably like a half mile across, you just hear this gravelly voice just yell out, "Tokens!" I'm sorry. Tokens is the word that you hear, just like loud and echoed across. I would
Okay.
actually scream, but I'm getting over a sinus infection. Sorry, everybody.
No, you're fine. Did you guys hear that?
Connie like is a little taken aback and just, oh, I don't like this at all.
What if they're addicted to gambling? But like magically. So worse.
I don't know.
Can I take a peek at whoever's yelling tokens?
Make a perception check.
16.
16. As you look out, you sort of I think you would probably need to like climb up to the highest point of this unfinished building and like look out in the direction, and you can see over near the phosphorescent green river, you can just see like this shape like peek out from behind a building, like it's going toward the river, and it sort of like looks around, and it's probably 3 feet high from this far away, and you can tell that it has very, very dark gray purplish sort of skin, and little tufts of white hair around it, and a lot around its face and a little bit on its shoulders. Since you are from the Underdark, you would recognize this as a Duergar
Yeah.
or Dwargar.
Dwarf. Yep. Is it say? Are they saying anything else? Or just yelling tokens?
They didn't say anything else.
Okay, I'll narrate this to my group. The Duragard. Do they often come to the surface?
I don't know what that is, so I'm gonna say yes.
This is player me asking
Oh
world
yes,
creator you.
the Duergar, they aren't typically found on the surface because again they are the deep dwarves, but like every once in a while they do show up. They're not such a rare occurrence that you would only ever see one throughout your entire life, if that kind of thing. They're just kind of uncommon.
Yeah, that's not the most common sight here. Should we ask them what they're doing?
And at this point, another one does yell out, "Tokens!" And it's not coming from this one.
Oh, shit. Can I look around? Because I'm already at the highest point.
With your perception check, I don't think you would see another one.
Okay. Okay, this is,
So
getting a little bit weird.
we could either yell out that we have tokens and see how many people show up,
No, don't.
or
Just that.
we single one out, offer them tokens in exchange for information. And does anybody have tokens? I went to a Cheesy Charlie's once, but that was about it.
Wait, Hu'Gurk, didn't you say that there were a lot of coins that you found with the hologram?
With the what?
With the fake piece. Wasn't there a bag of coins?
With
With the L for Lottie or something
Yeah,
like
I'm
that?
pretty sure I gave that to you.
Oh, yeah. Did
I
you?
remember you leaving it.
We left the bag of coins?
Yeah, because I think you only, like, I think that was like shit was about to go down and you didn't need the coins, so you just sort of left them.
I have faith that that would happen. And even if I did take them, I would have switched bodies and not taken them with anyway. So
Okay,
Yeah, I remember they were not thrown out the window whenever you were in the caravan.
Oh, right, because you had to do that.
Right.
All right, I
Vaguely
mean,
think that. I will correct that in the next episode if that is not the case.
we could always
that's
just head towards the town. I mean, if these people
You're in
are
the town.
Oh, fuck.
We're in the town.
Shit. Thanks, voice in the sky. Go try and find where these people are coming from.
I suppose.
Just be on
But
guard.
Yes, remember that weird cult town? I mean, I know it was a vampire, but still. What
No,
is
but
something
like
that?
they told us immediately that we should turn around and leave, so I don't feel like there's like a cult mentality going on.
That was only one of them. Well, I guess that's true. They didn't want us there.
Yeah, like everybody inside the cult town was like, "Oh, you need to leave. Outsiders beware." These guys are just like yelling, and that was something that happened in that city where all the stuff was floating. Just people yelling about stuff. So like maybe this is like that, but I don't think that there's much of a town here. So there's not much else to do. We either got to talk to the people yelling tokens or find out where the tokens are that they'd be yelling about.
Okay, why don't we talk to one of them? But let's not shout out that we have any, because we don't, and we don't know if they're gonna get violent.
Tokens.
And I just had a few drinks. Oh God.
We do not.
And as you say, "Oh God," and turn, you see peeking over one of the like a board in one of the buildings next to you is one of these Durgar, who is just like peeking up. His nose is just sort of hanging over this railing, and he just screams out, "Tokens!" And that's what we're going to pick up next week.
Oh
Yay!
no. I don't like this.
This is great. Cyber, thank you so much for running this game. I always have a blast whenever you're on the channel. Where can I find you? What do you do?
Hi, I'm Cyber. You can find most of my stuff at cyberwolf1201.live. It's got links to a whole bunch of stuff like my Twitch, where I play video games badly and talk about lore. Right now we're doing Super Mario RPG. We just got Geno. I hope we're going to figure out why people want him in Smash. Maybe. I'm also doing push-ups while we do that, so if you want to get fit and want to do a whole bunch of push-ups while I play games, we will certainly give you a number of push-ups to do that you can certainly try to do. Archives that are on YouTube, that's also linked there. Let's Talk About It is also linked there. If you go to cyberwolf1201.live/let's talk about it with hyphens in the middle of Let's Talk About It. It has links to our YouTube, where Kyle with an N and I played a wonderful game called Wild Honesty and talked a lot about our feelings and stuff. It's a good episode. You should give it a watch. What else am I doing? Jabroni TV has a lot of cool stuff. You should check out jabroni.tv for a whole bunch of cool streamers doing a whole bunch of cool stuff. We also have a YouTube channel that is going to hopefully get more video on demand content pretty soon, because I want to figure out what the rest of y'all did in Phasmophobia. I want to see more of that. So, you know what?
It takes a turn.
But you know what? I'm subscribed, so I know whenever more episodes get put up, eventually I'll be able to see them. So that's cool.
Look, I'm not the person to talk to about that.
For the games, I'm here on Thursdays running this game that hopefully we can get the next couple of episodes out without taking another month-long break. I'm also here on the Monday night game where I play Arjan as a player character who doesn't trust his friends because they keep doing shit.
They wildin'.
They do be wildin'. And also on Tuesday, I think on this coming up Tuesday on the 12th, I'm going to be on High Shelf Gaming playing a game of Werewolf the Apocalypse, where I play a yoga instructor werewolf who needs therapy. And he might get it next week. I don't know. We'll see.
Guess it's me. Hi everyone. My name is Satan, and you can find me over on Twitter @AllisTheVamp, as well here on Twitch whenever I'm doing art streams for game streaming. You can find me here in this channel twice a week, Thursdays and Sundays nights, and once a month on Wednesdays. I think I don't know when. We'll see. You can also find me over at Plot Hunters over Saturdays at 8 o'clock EST. The Hype Goblin, where I DM for my friends, over at 10 a.m. EST. And this Saturday, we're going to start back up with a Dragon Age game that I was playing over at Valdrian's. It's really player friendly and new player friendly because our GM there explains all the rules and stuff as we play, because we're also new players to this game. So we'll be there as well. I'll be there, so that's me.
Is it me?
Yeah.
I think it's me. Okay. Hi, I'm Ethan. I'm Ejthegrey on Twitter and Twitch. If you try to find me, I mean, I might tweet eventually, and I might also play some games on my channel again. I don't know. We'll find out. If the mood takes me, we'll play some games. I don't know. But consistently, you can find me doing stuff like this. I'm here on Thursdays, as you should probably have noticed. Maybe not. On Wednesdays on High Shelf Gaming, I play Blades in the Dark. Cyberpunk's done. We're kind of getting ready to start some stuff on High Shelf Gaming, so keep an ear out, keep an eye out. I'm probably gonna be running some Aegon on there pretty soon, which is a game I'm super hype about recently. if you like Greek heroes, if you've been playing a ton of Hades, then you'll probably like that game because it's all that stuff. It's all that stuff. And that's also Jabroni TV, but Connor already talked about that a lot, so I think we're good on that front. So I think that's me. I don't do a whole lot these days.
Greybeard of Greybeard's Tavern, and I'm here on Thursdays. I'm over at G Game Nights on Fridays, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. For we were playing The Sprawl. We are doing a season 2, but we've switched game systems to Cypher system. So, but we transferred our characters, but we took a year to anyway. Check it out. It's a good time. We laugh so much that our faces hurt. And then Sunday mornings, I'm on my own channel, and we are playing Griftlands right now. And it's been a good time. 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's me, GB.
And if you've made it this far, you probably already know who I am. But if you don't, hey fellas, Acorns, what's up? It's me, your buddy, your pal, your friend, the Indoor Adventurer, the showrunner here at twitch.tv/Indoor Adventures. We do shows like this on Monday and Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, as well as on Sundays at 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If this is your first time joining us, you can go to youtube.com/Indoor Adventures to check up on all of the VODs of each of the games that we have played up until this point, or you can go towards anywhere audiocasts are made available for free. You can find us there under the same moniker. But speaking of things that are being made available for free, we are going to be going into our after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from the community, but also from each other. So if you have any questions for myself or any of these other fine folk, feel free to join us on Discord and ask them there, and we will do our best to respond in kind. So with that, I would like to say once again, thank you to everybody who decided to stop by. Thank you to this DM for putting up with our bullshit once again this week, and we'll see all of you guys next time. All right, everybody. Bye-bye! Yeah!